Got no power. Well, you all asked us to start travelling again in one van, and I think you all messed around with some voodoo dolls, and
yeah, fun times. It's not as fun as I thought it was going to be. No.
I don't think there's any part of this that's fun so far.
No.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my hotel room. It's been a different few hours. So yeah, I'm in a hotel room because yesterday, literally within about sort of a third of a mile of filling up to the brim of diesel at a garage, pulled out onto the main road, and my engine cut out. My van's lost power. Got no power. Tried everything I possibly could. It turned over, but it won't run. So got a recovery company. I have got RAC European Breakdown. So I contacted them back in the UK. They arranged for a local recovery company to take me to a garage where I was hoping that either the recovery company or the garage might have a quick look around and, say, oh yeah, it's this or that, and then off you go again, because, stop for fuel, restarted the engine, it worked fine, literally drove off, coasting down the road at like 30 miles an hour, and the engine packed up. So I'm thinking, it's got to be something simple. It wasn't, sadly, something simple. It's catastrophic. I am currently in Belgium, and the word they used was kaput. Le motor is kaput. So this is something that the RAC European Rescue Team sorted out. So it's a nice hotel room with a nice bathroom and shower. So I've been having a nice shower and toilet and everything like that. Underfloor heating. I do like underfloor heating, that's nice. And obviously this has been, well, a bit of a saviour. I will show you that right outside is Mandy. And some of you might say, well, why aren't you sleeping in Mandy's van? Why did you get a hotel room? And the simple reason for that is, why doesn't Mandy want you to stay with her? Why are you in a hotel?
Well, I had all the valuables in here, didn't I?
Yeah, pretty much all the space down there was full of my gear out of my van. Plus, I don't know if you can tell from the bed or whatever, but yours is a single mattress, isn't it?
Single mattress,
and
yes.
even then, it's a tight space.
It's actually a big single,
Is
but
it?
It's still, I mean,
space.
because you used to jump in bed with me when I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
And you jumped to bed, and even that was a struggle just for a snuggle.
I've got to go back to the garage quite soon that my car was towed to, and then basically make arrangements for what's going to happen next. And these are the things where I thought it was worthwhile making this video, because yesterday it was taken to the garage, and the garage said, well, first of all, they said, oh yeah, you need a new engine, to which I argued the toss. I argued the toss as well with the people at the RAC to say I would like it to go to an independent garage that might be a bit more willing to repair the engine and take a proper look at it. But one thing that you've got to concern yourself with, and this is the same whether you choose AA or RAC European cover, they will only ever take you seemingly to a main dealer. So if you've got a Mercedes, you're going to end up at a Mercedes garage. If you're a Fiat, then you're going to end up at a Fiat garage. And if, like me, you've got a Peugeot, you're going to end up at a Peugeot garage. And the main dealers, they don't want to get involved with the nitty-gritty of engines. They simply just want to put a new engine in. And they gave me a price of €8,000 for a new motor and said it would take them possibly 3 to 4 weeks. So I thought, well, €8,000 with the pound to conversion sort of exchange rate at the moment isn't too bad to get a brand new Peugeot engine with a Peugeot European warranty and all that kind of thing for a year, done at a Peugeot garage, etc., etc. So I tried to push the dealer a little bit more on that. Fortunately, my sister used to live in France, so I was using her as a translation service. So thanks, Jeannie, to try and ascertain through the dealer, what the process was and prices and that. But then on pushing them on that, I think the price they gave me was to scare me off. So pushing him on it, he started to backtrack a bit and said, oh yeah, that's the starting price though. It could be much, much more because we might take your engine off and then discover other problems. Obviously, the other problems might be that, the water pump or the fuel pump or other things like that. But I just got a feeling from that whereby I am running out of Schengen days and I can't stay here 3 to 4 weeks to manage and regularly check on the dealer. Therefore, it could be an €8,000 fix, but then also they could decide to replace anything they want and charge me whatever they want, and then not let me pick up my vehicle unless I pay the bill that they come up with. So yeah, I also got a sick feeling as well from them when they turned around and said, oh yeah, by the way, every day your vehicle is here, we're charging you €25. Bear in mind, I had no control over the recovery company or the garage because that was all dealt with by the European RAC people. So it's turned up at a garage where they're charging me a day rate to store it. And then obviously talking about a really sort of crazy situation of repairing it, replacing the engine. So now, because the RAC has been in full control, the RAC needs to get written confirmation from the garage to say exactly what the fault is, and whether they can repair it or not, and what the cost is. Speaking to the RAC people, it sounds like because it's a complete engine failure, that the repair bill is going to go in, and that means the RAC will instantly go, no, you're all right, we're not paying that. So that will push them towards a repatriation service where my vehicle will be put on a tow truck and taken from here all the way back to my registered home address, which is in England. Which sounds great, apart from the fact that that's another they said a minimum of 3 weeks. Could be less, but they're saying 3 weeks because they'll put it out to tender. And what they like to do is have as many vehicles as possible being collected at once from the same area to make it as cheap as possible for that company to recover my vehicle. Which, sounds fair enough. But my first issue right now, is why I'm in a hotel room, is that the dealership that I had no control over the vehicle being taken to do not allow me to stay in my vehicle there overnight, which is why I've got a hotel room. And then to leave the vehicle there and wait for repatriation means that I've got to try and get everything out of it. Bearing in mind, it's my home. It has everything I need, all my gadgets and everyday life stuff. And yeah, you just can't grasp the concept of picking up everything in your van and trying to move it on. I mean, yeah, fair enough, I've got Mandy's van, but Mandy's van's quite small, so I can't take everything out of my van and put it in Mandy's van. She'd have no space inside. So yeah, it's a great thing to have European breakdown cover. If it's an easy fault that they can fix at the roadside or a garage in a couple of days, and you can stay in a nice hotel room for a couple of days, it's great. But in situations like this, where the vehicle can't be repaired, repatriation is the only option. It does bring on a whole different level of stress. So that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm not staying in Belgium. And the Belgium garage isn't going to be repairing my engine. It was the most
calm breakdown.
Least dramatic breakdown ever in that regard. But hey ho.
It didn't sound calm when you shouted me over the radio, though.
No, I was pissed off.
Yeah.
There we go.
Even me getting to tow you to somewhere, that wasn't fun.
No, being towed is one thing. Being towed when you've got no assistance on steering or brakes because the engine wouldn't run is like, I don't know, just wishing you would stop or wishing it would steer left or steer right or whatever. So,
and knowing that if you didn't, you'd hit the back of your wife.
Yes.
In her house.
Yes. Yeah, the stakes are high yesterday in every way, shape or form.
But we did it.
We did.
Right. Next step.
Garage. Let's go and use our Fringlish. We're in Belgium, but I'm speaking French, and I'm hoping I'm not rude to them in any way. That I don't know whether Flemish is that different than French.
No, I was talking to the taxi man yesterday, and he was saying the taxi man spoke English, Dutch, and French.
He was very
good, and he said that French is the most prominent second language in this area of Belgium.
Right.
Apparently, up north, it's Dutch.
Oh wow, cool.
So, yeah. Fact of the day.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right. Garage.
Yep. Bye.
Right. So back at my van, back at the dealers. Just got my stuff that I got out quickly last night to pop into Mandy's van so she could take me to the hotel. So that stuff's back in here now. So yeah, we just now need to organise what's going to happen next. Sorry about that, interrupted by the RAC European rescue people phoning me back. So yeah, we've got back to the garage now. I'm just going to explain to the garage that I'm going to be removing the vehicle from their place today because I found a private company who will pick me up and take me all the way back to where I want to go in the UK. Turns out the company that's coming to pick me up was already had a job booked in where they're taking a vehicle from the UK to Germany, and where we are right now on the border of Belgium, Luxembourg is Germany as well. So the guys had an empty load on the way back, so they were able to do a really good price. So yeah, hopefully later on today I'll be picked up, but I'll explain more about this when I'm not so het up and brain's not all fried. I'm gonna sort of like, we'll sit down and I'll go through each stage of what happened, how it happened, and what I did, and the consequences and fees I had to pay and costs and all that kind of stuff. Because I do think this is obviously one of those occasions that we all dread and hope never happens, but when it does happen and happens in a way like this, you know, being prepared with a bit of knowledge is always good, isn't it? And as with everything in life, money buys you options, and we have savings.
For this reason.
Kind of for this reason, but yeah, not that you'd ever want to go and spend this amount of money in one go, but it's like the gearbox saga all over again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I mean, it's funny because all of this trip we've been talking about buying land in Spain or buying land in Portugal or getting somewhere when we get back, and then fate stepped in and goes, you don't need that money.
No, you were struggling to think about what you're going to do with that money, weren't you? So,
I'll spend it for you instead.
If only there was a boom. There was no boom. It's literally just coasting down the road. What were we doing, about 30 miles an hour?
Yeah, we haven't even got up to speed. We just pulled out on the road. It wasn't even a fast pull out. It was
slow pull out, coasting down a hill, and then no power, slowed down, stopped. Knackered now to push my van to the front of the dealership.
I watched.
It's quite funny because obviously Google Translate's great. We know a little bit of French, and I think between the two we got the message across that thanks very much for your help, and I've got a recovery company coming to pick it up at whatever time later tonight, so I needed to get it out of their secure compound where they didn't allow me to stay overnight, and get it to the front where hopefully the recovery truck now is just going to pull up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be so much better to get on the back of the low loader there. Yeah,
because he's got enough space to pull up and then get it on, and then I'm going to go with him and with my van.
And leave me.
Right, anyway, we're off to the local town and going to do a bit of a walk round and get some food.
Yeah, because under normal circumstances, it's like Mandy heaven, isn't it?
Yeah, it's somewhere I think we'll probably come back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break this.
Don't say break.
No, just say make it so it's not a bad place to be. Turn that around.
Turn the memory
nice
around. Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
cool.
Let's go.
See you in a bit. So this is me waiting at the dealers. It's currently about -1. It's been snowing on and off all day. So yeah, it's where the van's currently stuck. according to the tracking from that direction, should appear the recovery truck in the next 5 minutes.